Hello everyone, most welcome in Zylostar, new opportunities with a new month, with me, Mr. Amidian and Mr. Samer.
With the interest rate decision closing by, also the US presidential elections, we are noticing some volatile movements in the market. However, the past week, the dollar showed some strength. Does this indicate some unexpected movement in the market? Let's see what's going on.
And let's review the last week, which was approximately a crowded week because we had the PCE numbers, which is the most favorite one of the Federal Reserve in the inflation sector. And also we had the NVIDIA earnings and other big companies. Let's review it and also let's have a look to the upcoming week.
All right, everyone. So here we are starting our analysis for the upcoming week, kicking it off with the dollar index. We can see that for the past week, the dollar has been showing some strength. After the break of the downtrend trend line and also this resistance of 101.6, the dollar index is showing some strength, and this bullish leg may continue retesting the level of 102.2. Now, going to, as usual, BTC, which is a very interesting topic to a lot of people. So we can see regarding Bitcoin has been moving in a descending channel here, right? And it is consolidating in a range between 60,000 and 58,000 for the past week. And from here, we may witness Bitcoin retesting the level of 58,000 as the descending channel is going technically. And also, if the price breaks the level of 58,000, we can expect a downtrend continuation on Bitcoin. So, going to NASDAQ, US 100. Now, this one is was a little bit passive actually the past week. So we can see that NASDAQ has been consolidating in a very narrow range for the past week. From here, it may continue its uptrend, or it may just retrace the level of 19,000 support. However, we can see actually technically there's a bullish flag forming here, and from here the price might witness a breakout to the upper side just due to speculations, even though if the trend overall wants to continue to the downside. So be cautious about this one. So that will be it for our outlook on these three instruments for the upcoming week.
Hello again, guys. We are here at Zylostar Strategies. We took a look for the gold market and the EURUSD market this week. So we start with the gold market. As you can see here, gold has broken the up channel and it's consolidating in a small range here. So it looks bearish till it's not breaking this resistance level here, 2530. So this is the outlook for the gold for this week. We are waiting him to come down to this level support area or till this area of trend line. We'll take a look also for the EURUSD. So the EURUSD here, you can see the EURUSD has broken up trend line and now sitting at support of 1.1048. Okay, as you can see here, it may retrace up before continuing its downtrend till the primary trend line. So we can expect him to come to this level here, then he will retrace to this level here, the primary trend line. This is the outlook, guys, for the gold and for the EURUSD for this week. We'll meet next week.
All right, once again, we are here to discuss about financial markets, and like every week which passed, we are gonna crunch a topic with the previous week and let's have a review. So I wanna start it with the economic indicators. We got some crucial data like PCE, initial jobless claims, and also GDP, which was the preliminary estimate for the second quarter of 2024 in the United States. It's already published higher than expectations, and it cleared the disappointment among investors after receiving the NVIDIA earnings, which published on Wednesday after market. On Wednesday, we got the NVIDIA earnings statement, although it published higher than estimates, and also they mentioned that they are planning to purchase, or better to say buy back $50 billion shares. It dropped because it was not sufficient to convince investors. On the other hand, PCE numbers published. It was in line to the expectation, but the point is on the monthly biases, it grew up for the last month. Also, we had some speeches from the FOMC members like Rafael Bostic, who mentioned that Jerome Powell's opinion about economy on Jackson Hole Symposium was very optimistic, and I cannot be agree on that. It's not going to be stopped here. Last week, most of the S&P 500 companies were in the range bound, as you can see here, is the 1 week performance of the S&P 500. Let's dive into the last part, which is geopolitical updates. Last week, we got closer to the ceasefire in the Middle East, and we heard from the Israel Defense Minister Gallant that he mentioned all the residents of the north should return to their homes and we are in stable circumstances. Also, he said that we are very close to the final ceasefire with Hamas. All right, let's have a look to the upcoming week. Before starting the next week, I just want to review it. Most of the economic indicators in the United States are going to be related to the employment sector like NFP, ADP, and initial jobless claims and other economic indicators. It can play a vital role in the sentiment of the investors. If it is going to be published better than expected, it means that we are not in the recession, at least from the employment side. So let's dive into the next week. Next week on Tuesday, we have CPI numbers of the CHF, or better to say Swiss, at 10:30 a.m. to the Dubai time. And at the same day, we will receive the PMI from the Institute of Supply and Management at 6 p.m. from the manufacturing of the United States. Later on Wednesday, we will have the GDP of Australia for the second quarter at 5:30 a.m. and later at 5:45 in the evening, we are going to receive the Bank of Canada rate statement, and let's see what they are going to publish for the interest rate. And same day on Wednesday, on 4th of September at 6 p.m., we are going to receive the JOLTS, or better to say job opening numbers from the United States. And also at 6:30 p.m., we are going to have the press conference of the Bank of Canada. Later on 5th of September, we are going to have a speech from the chairman of the Royal Bank of Australia at 6 a.m. And later at 4:15 p.m., we are going to receive the ADP numbers, which is related to the private sector in the United States. And also 4:30, we are going to receive the unemployment claims, or better to say initial jobless claims. And finally, at 6 p.m., we are going to receive the ISM services PMI, or better to say PMI of the Institute of Supply and Management. Finally, on Friday, on 6th of September, we are going to receive the employment change from the Canada unemployment rate and average earnings in the United States, or better to say NFP numbers, which is the most important economic indicator for the upcoming week. It's not going to be a stop here. So regarding to the earnings statements, we can say most of the big companies in the United States already published their earnings in the last month, but the upcoming week, we are going to receive some statements, or better to say earnings statements from the corporates in the United States. Some big companies like GTLB or GitLab or NIO, and also Big Lots, they are going to publish their earnings in the next week. So let's have a look to the latest update regarding to the US election. As you can see here on this map, Democrats are one step forward to the Republicans. As you can see here, 226 the Democrat Party side, and also 219 on the Republican side. This map is updated and it's published exactly on 27th of August, which was around 4 days ago. And it collected from the electronic survey among the US citizens. For the next week, we can say also from the geopolitical side, we are gonna receive some good news more regarding to the ceasefire, or better to say final ceasefire, as I mentioned, in the Middle East between Hamas and Israel. Do not forget, if you want to become successful in the financial markets, always mix the fundamental and technical together. The result would be amazing.
That's all for today. We will meet next week. If you want more information, you can comment us. Don't forget to follow us and subscribe.